Good morning, children. How are you? Yes, I am also fine. So now we are just on the finishing edge of our coordinate geometry. Some almost all the topics we have discussed covered. If I want to show you what we have read till now, so we have read this distance formula. Then we have read this section formula. This is how we have done this also, and then we have read our centroid formula also. These all things we have read. We have read how we can prove that a shape is a rhombus or a parallelogram or a square or rectangle or isosceles triangle. These all things we have read. Okay, so some important thing is that here in this chapter sometimes we need to prove also how it can be proved, how you can prove a distance formula, how you can prove a section formula. So these also things we should know. So today my video is on that topic only. First of all, I would like to prove this distance formula. Then there is one special case also in that. So I hope you should see these things. So let us start. In this video we have done like this only. See one time. Okay, so this is here. We start. So what we are going to prove? We are going to prove distance formula. Distance formula is that to find the distance between the 2 points when the coordinates are given. Okay, when their coordinates are given. So first of all, for this I'll draw one that plane, x and y axis plane. 2 points are there, A and B. Their coordinates are also given, x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Here one thing I would like to say here. So first of all we'll write what is given there. Given are 2 points A and B along with their coordinates x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Okay. What is x1 and what is y1, what is x2 and what is y2, that also we should know. So now see, this point is x1. So one thing let me be very clear here, that if I draw a line like this parallel to this x-axis, okay, this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. So this line is parallel to x-axis. So that means if I draw one perpendicular here also, so this distance will be equal to this distance. Okay, this distance will be equal to this distance because these all lines are parallel, so this opposite side should be equal. On that basis our calculation will move ahead. Okay, so let us start. Let us see that. We have to find AB. AB is the length of the line. Okay, AB is the distance of the line. So we have given x1, y1. So my first work will be that I will draw perpendiculars on x, y, x-axis only from points A and B. So let us draw. We will draw one perpendicular here from A on x-axis, from B also on x-axis. So this is my x-axis here. Okay, now what? It's looking at the trapezium. Now I will draw one perpendicular on that line which is running B and point B and x-axis. Okay, now we have three perpendiculars here. Okay, let me add the names also. A, B, C, D, and that point will be E also. This is C, this is D, and this is E here. Okay, one thing here. Now this shape is like a parallelogram. So opposite sides will be equal. So this side will be equal to this side will be equal to this side. Clear? Okay, now see. So this OC, this distance O2C is x1. I have explained earlier also why it is. Then this distance O2D will be x2. Okay, OD is x2. Okay, one more thing class here, you have to focus on this triangle. We have to focus on this triangle here. This is a right angle triangle. Clear? If I could find these sides, if I could find the length of this and this here, not, it is going in another direction. Okay, so I am saying that this length here, this length and this length, if I could find these two, so this can be found by using Pythagoras. So this is our basic. Okay, so let us see what I have done. Now just now we have found OD is my x2 and OC is my x1. So I can find my CD. CD is equal to A. Just now I have explained also why it is there. CD is equal to A. So that is equal to OD minus OC, that is x2 minus x1. Okay, CD is equal to x2 minus x1. We have found one side. See, we are approaching towards our solution. We are approaching towards our proof part. Okay, now we have to find BE. Again I would like to show you what is there. Now see one thing. A2C and B2D, this whole length is y2, this whole length B2D is y2. Okay, then this AC is equal to y1. We have to find B. We have to find what? We have to find BE. Okay, BE means what? BE means that here, from this whole line here, from this line BD, if I could subtract this portion, if I could see here in this line, again one more time let me draw that line. From this line BD, if I subtract this portion, if I could subtract this portion, so that is equal to BE. From BD if I subtract ED, it is equal to BE, and ED is equal to AC. ED is equal to C. AD is equal to AC. So this is what I have done here. See this, BD is equal to Y2, that means BE is equal to BD minus AC, or you can say BD minus AD also. AC, why it is there, I have said in earlier, they are the parallelogram. This shape is a parallelogram, so this AD will be equal to AC and AC is equal to Y1. That's why I have written here in place of ED Y1. Okay. Now we have found our this second side also of this triangle BEA we have found. Now it's simple only, just use Pythagoras is there to help us. So we'll freely use our Pythagoras theorem, because AB is a right angle triangle. Okay, ABE is, now this all sides we have found x2. So I'll erase this all perpendicular so that you can be easily understood. You can easily understand what is Pythagoras and why it has been used here. Okay, so in this triangle, this is the right angle triangle. ABE is the right angle triangle. Now there is no use of these all things here. So now I think you are getting what you have to do and why Pythagoras has been used here. So in that right triangle ABA, so now in right triangle ABA, AB square, you know that, no need to explain what is that. AB square is the hypotenuse, A is the perpendicular. By Pythagoras we can say, here that AB square is equal to A square plus B square. What is A? A is my base, B is my perpendicular. A is my base and B is my perpendicular here. So from Pythagoras, AB square is equal to that AE square plus BE square. All sides are known to us. There will be no problem in placing the values in these two sides. So AB square is equal to AE is x2 minus AE is x2 minus x1 plus BE is y2 minus y1 whole square. So now we have found our AB. We have found our AB here by the help of coordinate geometry. We can find the length between the 2 points also, and that is AB is equal to, this is our distance formula. Okay, this is our distance formula. Okay, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus whole square under root. Why under root? Because this square has been removed, so this all things will come under root only. Okay, so plus this is how we can prove our distance formula. Sometimes it is asked, so practice it nicely and try to learn it. How we have done this, point by point, step by step I have explained. So just learn it, and in the next class we'll learn something new, some new topics we'll discuss here. So till then, all of you take care and thank you class, thank you very much.